gland or adrenal gland. Okay, so see, this one is kidney, and above the upper pole of the kidney, the suprarenal gland or adrenal gland is lying. It is almost triangular in cross section, and it consists of a outer cortex and inner medulla. Okay, and it is surrounded by a capsule. Okay, so adrenal gland location, adrenal glands are found on top of each kidney, and even the name adrenal, it directly refers to its location. It comes from the Latin word ad means near and renes mean kidneys. So it, and these glands are also known as suprarenal glands. Supra means above and renes mean kidneys. It lies above the kidney, over the upper pole of the kidney. Okay. So the body has two adrenal glands or suprarenal glands, and each located on the superior pole of each kidney, and each adrenal gland is structurally and functionally differentiated into two regions or zones: adrenal cortex and adrenal medulla. Cortex, this is the outer and peripheral zone of the adrenal gland, and which makes up the bulk of the gland. Maximum portion is formed by this cortex. Okay, medulla is very less in volume, and this is the adrenal medulla is the inner zone of the adrenal gland. Okay, so this cortex, next we go to the histology. So adrenal cortex arranged in zonal configuration. Three zones are there from outside inward. You can remember like GFR. Okay. So outer zona glomerulosa, central zona fasciculata. Central means middle. Okay. Zona fasciculata and inner zona reticularis. Outer zona glomerulosa, it consists of small compact cells, and zona fasciculata consists of larger lipid-rich cells arranged in radial columns. And inner zona reticularis, it consists of compact and pigmented cell. So these are the arrangements of cells in different zones. According to the arrangement, you have to identify these three different zones in the cortex. An adrenal medulla, thin layer of large chromaffin cells. Okay, polyhedral. These are polyhedral in shape. Chromaffin cells are there in adrenal medulla. So cortex cells, see, this is a section through the adrenal gland. This is outer capsule. Beneath the capsule, this area is zona glomerulosa. Here is zona fasciculata. This is zona reticularis, and this part is the medulla containing the chromaffin cells. Okay. So cells arranged in three concentric zones differentiated based on the pattern produced by the cord of cells, and boundaries between the zones are indistinct. Oh, not specific boundaries. So zona glomerulosa, it is narrow outer zone. You can see this part is zona glomerulosa. It is narrower than the other two zones. Narrow outer zone, and that constitutes up to 15% of the cortical volume. These are important, these values are important for your MCQs and Viva. Okay, so 15% of cortical volume consists of zona glomerulosa, and the hormones secreted, that also important for your Viva. Zona fasciculata, it is a thick middle zone, and that constitutes nearly 80% of the cortical volume. Next is zona reticularis. It is the inner zone, and that constitutes only 5 to 7% of the cortical volume, but is thicker than the zona glomerulosa because of its more central location. Okay. So here also you can see this is capsule. This is zona glomerulosa. This part is the fasciculata, and inside will be the reticularis. Okay. So first we are discussing zona glomerulosa in details. It consists of small columnar cells arranged in closely packed ovoid clusters or curved columns. See, these are the ovoid clusters of cells. Okay, this is important feature. Cells are arranged in ovoid clusters or curved columns. There is spherical nuclei, appear closely packed and stained densely. Because of this arrangement of cells, they appear closely packed. And fine network of fenestrated sinusoidal capillaries surround each cell cluster, and lipid droplets are sparse in these cells. What is the hormone secreted by this layer? It secretes mineralocorticoid. Mineralocorticoid is aldosterone. This is the main mineralocorticoid. Another is deoxycorticosterone. Okay, this is very, very important. Each zone which hormones are secreted and their function. So aldosterone and deoxycorticosterone, they maintain the fluid and electrolyte balance in our body. Okay. Next, we go to the fasciculata. See, this region is the fasciculata. Okay, it consists of large polyhedral cells arranged in long straight cords. You can see these are the straight cords of cells arranged in long straight cords, and one or two, and these cords are one or two cells thick, separated by sinusoidal capillaries, and they are lightly stained spherical nucleus. See, this is high powered view. You can see lightly stained spherical nucleus are present. Binuclear cells are commonly seen here in this region, and there are numerous lipid droplet. In the previous layer, lipid droplet was sparse. That means lipid droplets were less in number. And here numerous lipid droplets are present. They contain the neutral fats, fatty acids, cholesterol, and phospholipids, which are precursors for the steroid hormones. This zone, zona fasciculata, secretes glucocorticoids, mainly cortisol and corticosterone. What are the function of these hormones? They regulate the metabolism of carbohydrate, protein, and lipid. That means helps in gluconeogenesis, proteolysis, lipolysis. Okay, all these you have read in your biochemistry. Okay, and so they suppress the inflammation and immune response and impair the healing process. Okay. Next, we go to the reticularis. So, this part after the fasciculata, this region is the reticularis, and here is the medulla. Reticularis consists of dark acidophilic cells. Abundant lipofuscin pigment granules are present in this region, and smaller cells compared to the cells in the zona fasciculata. See, this is the reticular cells, and these are cells of fasciculata. Reticularis, here cells are smaller in size than the fasciculata. Okay, and nuclei are more deeply stained. এখানে ছিল lightly stained in fasciculata, nuclei were lightly stained. Here it is more deeply stained. Less cytoplasm, thus the nuclei appear more closely packed and arranged in anastomosing cords separated by fenestrated capillaries, and cells have relatively few lipid droplets. Numerous lipid droplets are found in zona fasciculata, okay, and helps in secretion of the glucocorticoids. And this reticularis secretes androgen. Androgens are dehydroepiandrosterone and androstenedione, and they weak the masculinizing effect. Libido and body hair, all these features are responsible for, these hormones are responsible for all these features. Okay, body hair in female and libido. Next, we go to the adrenal medulla. So we have discussed all the three layers of the cortex. Okay, next we are going to medulla. So up to this level, this is the reticularis, and this part is the medulla. Polyhedral chromaffin cells you see here, and many sinusoids. So medulla consists of chromaffin cells, most abundant cells, connective tissue, sinusoidal blood capillaries. These white areas are the sinusoids, and nerves. Nerves are myelinated, sympathetic ganglion cells. They are round or polygonal with prominent nuclei and may be arranged in clusters. Okay. Chromaffin cells can come as an individual short note. Histology of suprarenal glands is important short note. Okay, prepare it as a short note and practice a schematic diagram along with it. 5 marks or 7 marks you prepare. Okay. So chromaffin cells, they are also known as pheochromocytes. They are large, pale staining epithelioid cells. Okay. Here you can see the cells are arranged in clumps, organized in ovoid clusters or short interconnecting cords. Here mainly they are arranged in ovoid clusters. Okay. The intimate relation with blood capillaries is present in this region in medulla, and granular cytoplasm due to hormone containing granules can be observed, and due to which it stained intensely with chromaffin salts. Okay, due to this hormone containing granules. What are the secreted hormones? They secrete catecholamines. Okay, important hormones for the autonomic nervous systems, adrenaline and noradrenaline. So, secrete catecholamines, adrenaline and non-adrenaline. Augment the sympathetic system activity and major role in acute response to stress. Okay, during stress, these hormonal levels are increased. Okay, understood? Okay, so this is a schematic diagram of the adrenal gland cross section. These three layers are of the cortex. This part is the medulla. So this is zona glomerulosa, which consists of 15% of the cortex. Then fasciculata consists of almost 80% of the cortex, and this is reticularis. Rest of the part consists of this reticularis, and this is the medulla. And you can see medulla volume is very less than the cortex volume. Okay, so this is enlarged view. See, this violet part is the medulla. These are the three layers of the cortex: glomerularis, zona glomerularis, fasciculata and reticularis. Okay, so glomerulosa secrete aldosterone mineralocorticoid, and fasciculata secretes the glucocorticoid, cortisol and corticosterone. Reticularis secretes the androgen, and medulla secretes the catecholamines, adrenaline, noradrenaline. Okay, these hormones, which hormones are secreted from which? This is very important for MCQs and Viva. Okay. So adrenal cortex is divided into three zones. Each zone has a different cellular arrangement and secrete different groups of steroid hormones. And the layers or zones of the adrenal cortex, this is the mnemonic GFR, you can remember like this from outside inward. First is zona glomerulosa. It is the outermost zone of the adrenal cortex which secretes the mineralocorticoids. Next is zona fasciculata. This is the middle zone of adrenal cortex, secretes glucocorticoids and adrenal androgens. And here reticularis, it is the innermost zone of the adrenal cortex which secretes glucocorticoid and adrenal androgens, but in small quantities. Okay, main glucocorticoids is secreted by fasciculata. Okay. Next, what is the effects of aldosterone? Aldosterone is mineralocorticoid on the renal tubules. The main function of aldosterone is to maintain the balance of the electrolyte contents of our body fluid, and the site of action are the ascending limb of loop of Henle, distal limb and collecting tubules. Okay, and aldosterone causes increased tubular reabsorption of sodium in exchange for potassium and hydrogen, and the lack of aldosterone causes an excessive loss of sodium in the urine. Sodium level will decrease in blood. Aldosterone increases potassium secretion into the distal tubule and collecting tubules of the kidneys, and this may be due to ionic exchange with sodium reabsorption. And excess aldosterone causes hypokalemia and muscle paralysis. More sodium will be absorbed, more potassium is released, so that's why there will be hypokalemia, less potassium level in the blood, and lead to muscle paralysis. Aldosterone causes water reabsorption due to the concentration gradient created by the sodium absorption and increasing EFC volume, effective fluid volume. Okay. So this is schematic diagram. See here, this is the cortex, uh, cortex no capsule. Outermost covering is the capsule. It is covered by renal fossa. Okay, so renal fossa forms the outer part of the capsule, and some connective tissues are also present. And within the loose connective tissue, you can see sections of blood vessels, nerves are present, unmyelinated nerve, blood vessels. After that, you see the cortex. So this whole of this part is the cortex. Cortex consists of zona glomerulosa, ovoid pattern, or carved cords. Okay, are present, cellular pattern, and here longitudinal cords are present, and in between the cords there will be sinusoids. And here in the reticularis, anastomosing cords are present, and in between the cells these are the sinusoids. Okay, so sinusoids are more in number near the region of reticularis, and you can see size of the cell is larger in the fasciculata, and cells are taking less, it is lightly stained than the zona reticularis. And this part is the medulla, formed of clamped cluster of the chromaffin cells. And also you see some venous sinuses. This is central vein of medulla. Okay, and this is section of the artery, and sympathetic ganglion cells are present, and which helps in secretion of the catecholamines. Okay. So cortex have these three zones. Outermost is capsule, then cortex, zona glomerulosa, fasciculata reticularis, and then medulla. So like this you will see under the microscope. Okay, you remember this picture. So outermost here is the cortex. Then you see this small zone. This is the zona glomerulosa. After this large thick portion is the fasciculata, and this part is the reticularis. More sinusoid or white areas can be visible in the reticularis. And here this is the medulla. Medulla portion is lightly stained. Polygonal chromaffin cells are present in clusters, and these are the venous sinusoids. Okay, and there will also be presence of the sympathetic ganglion cells. So here you can see capsule outermost, cortex, three zones, and the medulla. Okay, so you draw a schematic diagram like this in your histology copy. Okay, cortex. Here are some sections of blood vessels or connective tissue cells. This is zona glomerulosa. Okay, cells are arranged in ovoid or bent cords, and these are the zona fasciculata. Cells are arranged in straight cords, and the cords are 1 to 2 cells thick. And in between the cellular cords, these are the regions of the sinusoids. Okay, these are the fenestrated capillaries or sinusoids. And here this part, cells are arranged in anastomosing cords. This part is reticularis, and in between the cords of cells, these are the sinusoids. Okay, which is more in number. And this part is the medulla. Large polygonal cells, chromaffin cells are present, and sympathetic ganglion cells are deeply stained cells. Okay, and more sections of blood vessels will be present in the medulla, and medulla is lightly stained than the cortex. You have seen in previous picture. Okay, so you draw this diagram. This part, whole of the part is the cortex, and this part is the medulla. Outer lining is the capsule. Okay, understood? And you write down these features in your histo practical book copy. And so cortex is darkly stained, medulla is lightly stained. Zona glomerulosa contain columnar cells arranged in form of rounded clusters. Zona fasciculata consists of polyhedral cells arranged in form of fascicles or columns. And zona reticularis, small dark acidophilic cells arranged in the form of anastomosing cords. Medulla composed of clumps of large polyhedral cells, those are chromaffin cells among the sinusoids, and there is a presence of capsule, outermost covering. Okay, so these are the identifying features of the adrenal gland. Okay, that's all. Any queries? So like this you will see under the microscope. So remember this picture, three zones. Glomerulosa is very thin just beneath the capsule, fasciculata is thick, then reticular is, see the sinusoids, and this is the lightly stained is the medulla portion. Okay, understood? Any queries regarding today's topic? So prepare suprarenal gland histology as a short note, okay, and practice a schematic diagram, those which you will draw in your histocopy. And you remember the layers are important for your MCQs and cellular patterns, and the hormones secreted by different layers, this is very very important for your MCQs and viva. Okay, understood? And during kidney viscera of the kidney you can be asked about the suprarenal glands, its layers like this, if it is present along with the kidney viscera, or anyways during visceral relations of kidneys, then can be asked regarding this suprarenal gland. Okay, understood? Any other queries? Eta bol. Sinusoidal capillaries means they are fenestrated capillaries. Normally, the pores are not that much larger in the capillaries, but in sinusoid is one variety of capillary, and their pores are very much larger. Okay, the blood cells can even escape from the pores of the capillaries. Okay, that sinusoid word means this, the pores are larger. Sinusoids are present in other organs, also in liver and those previously splenic sinusoids are also present. Okay. Any other queries? You have read in the blood vessel histology class, na, different classification of arteries, veins, capillaries. You revise that part. Okay, you will understand. Pore diameter is written in those parts. Okay. Any other queries?